anybody who was a fan of Myscene back in the early 2000s, I've got a question for you. Why wasn't Myscene Jammin in Jamaica not made into a PS2 game? And so for this video, I am going to tell you how this film would have made a great PS2 game. I've got screenshots, I wrote notes, and I'm going to break this down into 3 parts. So first, I'm going to tell you what the film is about if you've never seen it before, and then I'm going to tell you how the general gameplay is going to be and talk about specific missions. Stay with me. It's a long one, but if you need to 2 times speed the video, that's fine, but hear me out. So to summarise this film quickly, this is Barbie. Her and her friends want to go and support Barbie's boyfriend, River, and their band is called Urban Desire. Now, the band have travelled to Jamaica because they are part of a competition called ps2. They're going to be in the finals, and if they win, they get a record deal and get to record their demo. But whilst everybody's in Jamaica, drama kicks off. So that's in a nutshell. So for this next part, I'm going to talk about general gameplay. Stay with me. So there could have been music levels. So every time that they are in rehearsal or they're performing on the main stage, then you would have to press the buttons in time to make sure that you succeed in performing the track well. But they could add another element where if you have played Pop Idol on the PS2, right, if you didn't press buttons in time, then the singer would have sung really badly. It could be the same for this. If you don't press a button in time, they perform really badly. And I just think it'd be so funny. In this part of the story in the film, they're trying to raise enough money to go to Jamaica. And their way of doing it is selling their stuff on the market. So there are scenes in the film where you get to see them designing their own jackets. You get to see them designing their own bracelets. So there could be a whole element where you get to design those jackets and those bracelets. But then there could be a time mission where you've got to sell as many jackets as you can before the time runs out. And one of the characters called Noli goes dog walking. Can you see all the different dogs she's walking? I'm not sure if you can. But there could be a mission where you need to walk as many dogs as you can. But all that could be chaotic because all the dogs could be running in different directions and you've got to try and keep control. Then, as just a quick another general gameplay, you could go to different places to do your makeup and buy different outfits that you can wear throughout the game, just like in the Brat series. And then there could have been mini games. So throughout the film, you see the characters surfing quite a lot. And basically, you have a competition with your friends with surfing. And if you win, maybe you could get an extra bit of cash. Or this could be the opportunity to unlock specific makeup or outfits. And it would be the same for the volleyball mini competitions as well. Then there is an open world element that it would have had potential for. So throughout the film, you get to see them drive all around Jamaica. So you could just relax if you wanted to. If you wanted to just have a little break from the missions, you could do. And then there could be like some extra treats for you. So if you drive to a specific part of the map, you will find secret items like a top that you can't buy in any of the shops or a certain type of makeup that you can't find unless you go to this specific place. We're on to part 3 now with the specific missions. If you're still with me at this point, thank you so much. I appreciate you. So there'll be missions where you have to go and talk to a particular character. So, for example, in the film, Barbie thinks that River has been really, really distant, so she wants to have a private conversation. So there'll be a scene where you walk through the club just to find River. And then there could be little gossiping sessions. So, for example, Chelsea, Barbie's friend, is trying to get the scoop on what is going on between River and Madison, who Barbie thinks that Madison is trying to get with River. It is getting juicy. Now, this scene is the most dramatic moment in the film. Like, when I was younger watching this, I was gobsmacked. So, like, there could be a mission where it's like, Barbie, go and walk in on Madison and River's conversation. And they talk about how they're perfect together, but it's in the context of making music, not being together. But obviously, Barbie thinks that conversation is about them two being together. So Barbie thinks that she's being cheated on. So then once they find out, she can literally like run away and like cry her eyes out. But oh, it would just be so intense. And then after this, she goes and sits on the beach. So what you've got to do is you have got to go through all your pictures and delete photos that had Madison and River in it. But the photos come up really, really quickly. And if you accidentally delete a photo that you didn't want to delete, then you have to start the whole thing again. And then Madison is just so upset with everything that is going on. So she's like, oh, it's clear that Barbie and me aren't besties anymore. So I'm going to go and leave my locket behind on the beach desk. And then a mission later on is that you've got to try and return that locket back to Madison, because we really know that she didn't really mean to leave the locket. She's just upset. Then later on, we find out that Urban Desire get disqualified because River was late to rehearsal because he was trying to find Barbie after what he'd done. But then Barbie feels really, really bad about what's happened. So one mission could be that Barbie is trying to find the main judge of the Beat to Beat competition, and he is called Russell Bosnick. So your mission would be try and find him and convince him to go and watch an independent concert that Urban Desire are setting up later. Just 2 points left. Just bear with me. We're nearly there. So, in the film, Barbie convinces the band to set up their own independent concert despite the fact that they are not in the competition anymore. They agree to it because Barbie feels really bad about what's happened. So, you've then got to go and find all the equipment to set up your independent concert. So, you go and find speakers, lights, microphones, wires for the speakers, and different things to decorate the stage area. We're on the last one. And finally, what they could do as a specific mission is to design leaflets to give out to all the people that are just about to leave the Beat to Beat competition because it's just finished, and you've got to try and give as many leaflets out as you can to go to Urban Desire's independent concert. We did it! It was like 7 minutes long, but thank you so much if you made it to the end. But Mattel, that's the company that made Myscene. If you're listening to this, please consider making a cozy Myscene game in 2025. I'd be so here for it.